You may think you know Ferraris, but what if I told you there's a car that's just as fast and beautiful that you've never even heard of? Built with Italian design and American muscle, it blends the best of both worlds. It's incredibly rare, with only 500 to 600 ever made, and it can hit 60 mph in just over 6 seconds. If you think you know all of the iconic supercars, think again. But before we reveal its name, you've got to understand its story. It all began with a man named Frank Reisner, who had a dream of combining the best of European design with the raw power of American engineering. Born in Hungary and raised in Canada, Reisner's passion for cars led him to Italy in 1959, where he and his wife Paula founded a small company called Intermeccanica. Now, at first, they focused on making performance parts, but Reisner had his sights set on something much bigger: building cars that would stand out in a world dominated by automotive giants. By the early 1960s, Intermeccanica had started to make a name for itself. Then, in 1961, Reisner met a Californian named Milt Brown, who shared a similar vision: to create a sports car that merged an Italian body with American power. Together, they brought the Apollo GT to life, a sleek car with a powerful Buick V8 engine. The Apollo GT had the potential to be a hit, but unfortunately the company behind it couldn't survive, and the car was discontinued in 1964. But this setback didn't stop Reisner. It only fueled his desire to create something even more unique. As Reisner continued his journey, he teamed up with Jack Griffith, a man known for his ability to combine lightweight British sports cars with powerful American V8 engines. Their collaboration aimed to create a new grand touring car that would blend Italian style with American muscle. Now, this project started as the Griffith 600, a car that took heavy inspiration from the iconic Ferraris of the time, particularly the 250 and 250 GTO. With its long, sleek hood and flowing lines, the car was pure Italian beauty. But beneath everything was a heart of American power, a 289 cubic inch Ford V8 engine. But even the Griffith 600 faced its own set of challenges, and only a few were ever made. That very well could have been the end of the story, but Reisner wasn't about to let his vision fade away. He took control of the project and gave it a new name, a name that would finally do justice to the car's incredible design and performance. And that's when this beauty got its true identity: the Intermeccanica Italia. So what makes the Intermeccanica Italia stand out? Well, at its core, the Italia is a perfect mix of Italian design and American engineering. It was built on the same chassis designed by John Crossweight that was used in the Griffith 600 and Omega. This chassis had square tubular members welded to the steel body, giving the car a strong structure that improved handling and performance. The Italia's suspension setup included independent front suspension with unequal length wishbones, and a live rear axle borrowed from the Ford Mustang. This setup provided a good balance between a comfortable ride and precise handling, making the Italia a joy to drive, whether on winding mountain roads or cruising down the highway. The Italia was powered by a range of Ford V8 engines, starting with the 289 cubic inch engine and later using the 302 and 351 cubic inch versions. These engines were then paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, giving the Italia strong performance for its time. The 351 cubic inch Ford V8 in particular produced over 300 horsepower, allowing the Italia to go from 0 to 60 mph in just over 6 seconds. That's really impressive, especially for a car made by a small independent company. One of Italia's biggest advantages was its combination of exotic looks and everyday practicality. Unlike many other Italian sports cars, which often had complicated and temperamental engines, the Italia used a simple and reliable American V8. This meant that owners could enjoy the performance and style of a high-end sports car without the usual headaches and high maintenance costs. Parts were easy to find and relatively affordable, making the Italia a great choice for anyone who wanted a rare, beautiful car they could actually drive regularly. Driving an Intermeccanica Italia is a car enthusiast's dream. The car's lightweight design, combined with a powerful V8 engine and well-tuned suspension, makes it a thrill to drive. The rack and pinion steering provides precise control, so you can place the car exactly where you want it, whether you're taking sharp turns on a mountain road or cruising down the highway. The engine delivers smooth and consistent power, with plenty of torque available at any speed, making the Italia fun to drive no matter where you take it. But the Italia isn't just about performance, it's also about style. Designed by Franco Scaglione, who also worked on several Ferraris, the Italia's design is both elegant and aggressive. The car's long hood and short rear deck give it that classic Italian sports car look, while its flowing lines and wide stance make it a really pretty car. Everywhere it goes, the Italia attracts attention. Inside, the Italia is all about the driver. The cockpit is simple and functional, with everything you need within easy reach. The seats are comfortable and supportive, perfect for some spirited driving. And the dashboard is straightforward, with large, easy-to-read gauges. Even with being a low-volume car, the Italia's build quality is impressive, although it doesn't have the polish of more mass-produced vehicles. That said, what makes the Italia truly special is its versatility. You can push it hard, feel the roar of the engine and the grip of the tires, or you can take it easy, cruising through the city and turning heads with its stunning looks. Whether you're on a winding country road or parked outside a cafe, the Italia feels right at home. This combination of performance, style, and versatility has made the Italia a prized possession for collectors today. The Intermeccanica Italia was never meant to be a mass-produced car. Between 1967 and 1974, only about 500 to 600 of these beauties were ever built, making it a rare find in the world of classic cars. Its rarity, coupled with its striking design and strong performance, has turned it into a highly sought-after collector's item. Even though it wasn't produced in large numbers, the Italia made a lasting impact on the automotive world. It was one of the few cars that successfully combined Italian and American engineering into something truly unique. Its blend of stylish design, powerful performance, and everyday usability made it stand out in a market full of European exotics. The legacy of the Italia lives on through car enthusiasts who continue to cherish these vehicles. Although Intermeccanica eventually shifted its focus to making replica cars, such as the popular Porsche 356 Speedster replicas, the Italia remains a testament to the company's ability to create something extraordinary in its prime. Frank Reisner, the man behind the Italia, passed away in 2001, but his influence is still felt in the world of classic cars. The Italia in particular is a reflection of his vision and passion for automotive design. It's a car that represents the perfect mix of Italian beauty and American muscle, a true symbol of what Intermeccanica could achieve. Today, the Intermeccanica Italia is a rare and highly desirable collector's car. They don't come up for sale very often, but when they do, they can command impressive prices. Depending on the car's condition and originality, an Italia can fetch anywhere from $80,000 to $200,000 or more at auction. Despite their value and rarity, many Italia owners still drive them regularly, enjoying the car's perfect mix of performance, style, and practicality. But the Italia is more than just a collector's item. It's a piece of automotive history. It's a car that tells the story of a time when small independent manufacturers could make a big impact in the car world. It's a car that captures the spirit of innovation and passion that defined the golden age of sports cars. And that's the story of the Intermeccanica Italia, the gorgeous supercar you probably never heard of. If you enjoyed learning about this rare automotive gem, make sure to click on the next video for more unbelievably rare cars that most people have never heard of.